Hello everybody, welcome to Kakushigoto episode... What are we on 10? Are we actually on 10? Episode 10, anime review. An episode that was pretty good. Everybody showed up, at least for a little bit. They went to a hot springs. They had hot springs time. They managed to have a hot springs episode with about 5 seconds in the hot springs. So that's a thing. What else happened? There was, the post. It's sort of starting to come together now. The future bit at the end sort of give you a better idea as to what exactly happened. Hopefully he's not going to be alive, is it? Anyway, that's neither here nor there at the moment. I hope we get an answer in this season, but I've got a feeling we're not going to, which is a bit of a shame. But the manga's probably not there yet. It's going to be what I'm assuming. Anyway, let's jump into this episode proper and see everything that went down and everything. Leave that in, that's fine. Let's do this thing. We open up with Hime, who has eaten all of her biscuits. First off, looking that skinny and eating all them biscuits, pretty impressive. Second off, don't eat all your biscuits. Anyway, after that, Kakushi and the assistants are gonna get so much, they're gonna, work, get some future work done, so they get more time off basically. It's a good plan, I would do that as well. Problem is, they're slacking off. They're pretty lazy. They're not going to do that, it turns out. Fair enough. Hime apologizes for eating all the biscuits by writing crab a lot on some paper. It's because it was like hard kanji or something. Why has the word crab got such hard kanji, you know? It's like a 4 Roman letter word. Is it Roman? Latin? Whatever the alphabet is. So there's that. Makes crab. She then says something about not wanting to end up... I've wrote it down actually. She doesn't want to end up an adult who can't plan anything. And Kakushi's like, that's like me. That's not good. I'm like that. So that's less than ideal. They do a lottery, one of them tombola type things. They win the grand prize. Hip hip hooray. Good luck for the win. It's a 2-day, 3-night... I might have said that wrong. It's a hot springs trip essentially. That's a good thing. And this encourages Kakushi because there's only a certain date you can go on. It's like basically December. Or is it January? I don't know, it must have been December. Basically, it encourages him to get his work done, so he zippity-zoos, does his work and everything, so he can go on the hot springs trip. Good stuff. Hands it into the editor, and it's all good so far. Mr. Editor, it turns out, he booked a holiday in Hawaii, so it's a good thing Kakushi finished. So he booked his holiday before knowing that Kakushi would finish, which is a risky move, very risky move and everything. And then it turns out we learn that poor manga artists have to have trips nearby just in case they get called back to work. And they get sick, apparently. At least Kakushi does. He gets sick. Everybody comes to visit him, and by everybody I mean his assistants and his accidental harem he's got. They all come to visit him and stuff after a while. Also, she won because there was like crab involved. This is Hime now. So they reckon because she wrote crab a lot, that's why she won. Which is... No, I'm pretty sure it was just luck. But hey, keep telling yourself that, I guess. They write some prayers for him to get better. Like on a load of paper and hang them on the walls. Like it's like a... trying to keep a spirit out or something. The editor shows up and he's a bit spooked because there's paper all over the walls. I forgot exactly what they called them. But yeah, then everyone he knows is there. So editor gets into his head, oh, this could be really serious. He might be dying. He's not dying though. It's fine. He does say, if I don't make it back in time for work, basically, tell them I'm on a reference trip. And I thought it was quite funny. It's like, yeah, I'm not slacking off. I'm not sick. I'm on a reference trip. Is that a thing? Like, all manga artists do? Because I do see that every so often in the news. It's like, yeah, it's 1 week break or whatever, so they can research materials. Does that just mean they're sick? Is that what we've learned here? Have we cracked the code? Or have they cracked the code for us, I guess? If that's true, pretty crazy. But, yeah, the next day, he's better. He's healed extraordinarily quick. And his harem wrote a lot of things on the wall. There's like marriage in there. There was probably children too. They had like they're not going to lose to each other, so they all wrote that. So, but he's better though, so I guess it worked. So I guess in the end, accidental harem did the job well. Kakushi and Hime and the dog, Roku, they go on their trip to the hot springs. They say, also in this second section, they say the words Kakushi a lot and Goto, because it's a pun, it means like secrets and stuff as well, and it's his name. It's funny, I know. But yeah, hot springs that was secret at some point. Also then he figures, hey, this inn must have some secrets. For example, this dog is barking at the wall. On the other side of said wall, there is an empty room, remodeling, under construction type thing, you know, that kind of stuff. So then we get the dilemma, which I hadn't thought of until he pointed out. Basically, oh no, which bath's Hime going to go into? Because she can't go in the girls' bath by her own. She's too little. But there ain't no way he's going to take her into the men's bath with all those other, you know, creepers around. But no, Kakushi is smarter than this. He's thought of this ahead of time. He invited his assistants, the lady ones, the best ones, and I guess he paid for them as well to have a trip, because they show up. They're basically just going to make sure Hime's alright in the girls' bath. Problem with this plan, Hime apparently takes the fastest baths in the world, because she's done, and she's like, yeah, I'm done, I'm just going to go talk to the dog. And the others are like, so can we cool now? Can we just do whatever? And he's like, yeah, okay, do whatever. There was a funny bit where they're like, are you going to peek? We're ready over here. So I guess they were ready to throw things at him. If he tried to stick his head over, he didn't know, because he's a gentleman? That's what we'll call him. We'll call him a gentleman. But yeah, then he asks the room clerk at one point. We'll call her that, the room clerk. Couldn't think of what to call her. Basically, what's up with the remodeled room? And she's like, yeah, it's just remodeling. There's an old writer used to write in there. He wrote some things, basically. Then everyone at dinner starts revealing all their secrets. Like, there's this one guy that's going to divorce his wife to live with this 40-year-old who said she was 27. And there was a lot of other stuff like that too. All the secrets are coming out. And then they try to coerce Kakushi to give up his secrets, which, you know, he can't be saying that. Before he was about to, though. Before he can, however, there is a scream. It's the assistant, the grey-haired one. Is it grey? She's young though, so I don't want to say grey. Not the one with the weird top knot. The other one. She screamed because she saw a shadow in the room that's getting remodeled, and it turns out it's haunted. Who could have guessed? A haunted inn? Colour me shocked. Yes, that writer guy, apparently he died in there. He coughed up blood and then he died. And then he became a ghost and he lives in there now to finish his writing. Story checks out, mostly. You know, they did some research afterwards and said that assistant bullies Kakushi a bit. But while she's doing it, the other one, the one with the top knot, the best girl, she's like giving them the side eye, like, what's going on over there? You know, it's kind of weird. So yeah, that was kind of a weird scene. That bit specifically, like where she was giving them the side eye and then like looking all forlorn. I was like, what's up with that? You know, what's up with that? I don't know why that stuck out in my head so much. But anyway, after that, the dog goes in the haunted room. Turns out it wasn't a ghost at all. It was a cat type thing. It was a very big cat, but it looked like a cat. And then he does some work in the room, does just a little bit. He's like, now I'm like that famous writer guy. He gets spotted by some ghost hunters who just wanted to get some clicks on their Instagram. And he gets pictures taken of him, so hopefully no one recognizes him. Then at breakfast the next day, I believe, him are talking about ghosts, and she's like, yeah, I think it's better that the ghosts are around and everything. I'm like, oh, you're talking about your mum, aren't you? Now it's sad again. No. It's like funny, and it's like, here's a sad, or like a thing that's going to make you think, and it's like, like that. It's pretty good at that. But yeah, then after that, the other assistants see the picture that guy took of Kakushi. He got 666 likes. Pretty impressive, my dude. Keep up the good work, and you can be one of them Instagram influencers or something. I don't even know what that means, to be completely honest with you. I don't Instagram. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I don't use it. So yeah, there's that. But then all that other stuff, forget that. Future stuff, right? So Kakushi apparently quit being a manga artist. at some point prior to, I guess, his quote-unquote, we'll call it death. We don't know he's dead yet, but I'm getting less hopeful, you know. Basically, he couldn't draw anymore. They seem to imply also that the public found out about his secret, which was, again, secret. You know, I assume there's like a newspaper clipping of, it says, you know, search for missing people or something. So what I infer from that is word got out that his wife was one of the people who died or went missing, I guess at sea. And then because he was a gag, like a comedy writer, like they didn't, like it wasn't the same for the readers or something. They were sort of implying something like that. That's what I got from it. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully. I'm really curious to know exactly what happened when this is all spelled out. I hope it's worth it. Hime was also reading some manga, some of his manga, I guess. So there's that too. Yeah, curious to know where it's going. To be honest, I can't see the end goal. Like, is Kakushi just missing, or did he die? I really hope he's just gone missing. You know, like imagine that being the more positive one. But it's just like, it's looking like it could get darker than I thought it would. So yeah. I also would like to know how, like timeline wise, like when did he quit? Was that like 3 years ago, 2 years ago? 5 years ago, who knows, you know, who knows. Anyway, let's wrap this up here. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.